What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with my new zombie FTK deck profile for you guys today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I actually did not want to showcase you guys' deck profile because you guys always are so tired of just seeing different types of FTKs going on in today's format. But since a lot of you guys were requesting it in the new FTK video, I had to showcase you guys the deck list that I've been working on. And guys, let me tell you guys right now, this FTK isn't the most consistent FTK, but throughout testing, this is the best variant that I could possibly come up with. This specific version gave me the highest success rate on actually FTKing your opponent. It's not necessarily a new FTK, but in today's format, obviously with Cannon Soldier and Firewall running around, this deck is probably going to be one of the most unique types of FTKs that you're going to be able to see out there. There are different types of win conditions in Yu-Gi-Oh! And decking your opponent out is one of them. So this is going to be a really unique way to kill your opponent, is to deck your opponent out so that way that they cannot draw on their draw phase. And if your opponent cannot draw on their draw phase, you automatically just win the duel. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And by the way, guys, if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys get the brand new Elemental Hero STRATOS cloth playmat, guys. Holographic cloth playmat today in the description box below, tx1.com. Only 50 copies of these are actually ever going to be made. So if you guys want to have a chance to cop one of your playmats, get your playmats today at tx1.com. It's the holographic cloth playmat, guys. All right, guys, start with the monster real quick. You want to play, the main FTK engine of the deck is triple soul absorbing Bone Tower. If you guys do not know what this card's effect is, that if you control another zombie monster, your opponent cannot target this card for attack. So it doesn't really matter for its first effect, is because you're going to be killing your opponent on your first turn anyways. Each time a zombie monster is special summoned, send the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Whether that will be from your hand, field, or deck, graveyard, doesn't matter where it is special summoned from, your opponent will send the top 2 cards from their deck to the graveyard. So you're going to be using this card's effect to continuously sending 2 cards on the top of your opponent's deck to the graveyard until they have 0 cards in their deck, and then you just basically just win the duel from there. Because on the draw phase, your opponent will not be able to draw for their turn, and then you just reach the win condition. The next engine that you're playing in the deck is the brand new Mayakashi engine. So you're going to play, of course, Triple Hajun, the Winged Mayakashi. To accompany him, you're going to play, of course, Double Daki, the graceful Mayakashi. The last Mayakashi monster I'm playing in the deck is, of course, the Shafu. This engine right here is what you're going to use to facilitate the soul-absorbing Bone Tower FTK. So basically what Hajun does is that when this card is normal summon or special summon, you basically get a special summon Daki directly from the deck. And you basically make Hajun and Daki, which is level 3 synchro, into your Mayakashi synchro monsters, and you can constantly just keep synchro climbing, so that way that you can just send the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard using Soul Absorbing Bone Tower's effect. And she has an amazing ability, is that when a Mayakashi monster is special from the extra deck, you basically get a special summon this card from your graveyard. So basically what you're gonna do is that using Hajun and Daki, you're gonna synchro summon into level 3, and once you synchro summon to level 3, she's gonna trigger off her effect in the graveyard to special summon herself, and you're gonna use her and the level 3 to make level 5, and then once the level 5 comes out, she's gonna activate her effect in the graveyard to special summon herself. You're just gonna be able to continuously do that, so that way that while you have Soul Absorbing Bone Tower on the board, you're just going to be milling your opponent's entire deck to the graveyard. So Tower and and Hajun is first turn FTK, which is very, very awesome. So but instead of special from the deck, this card special from the graveyard, and you're playing a lot of cards to send cards from your hand to the graveyard. So if you can Mayakashi return this card, normal summon this card, special summon Daki from the grave, and just go off with your combo, which is very, very awesome. So Shafu is just enables you to bring out Daki directly from the grave, which is very amazing. So that's pretty much it for the Mayakashi engine that you're playing in the deck. Your extenders, triple Mizuki. This deck is a zombie-based deck, so Mizuki is just absolutely broken. Mizuki is able to revive back your Soul Tower and also your Mayakashi monster from the grave. And if you don't happen to have FTK first turn, this card is a really good grind card. It's able to help you revive back your zombie monster from the graveyard, so that way that you can just keep grinding, during the game, which is really good. So Mizuki is just really awesome. Another really good extender. Obviously, triple Shiranui Solitaire. This card helps you bring out, Unizombie from the deck, and Unizombie helps discard your Mizukis and also send your Bone Towers directly from your deck to the graveyard, which is very important for the FTK. And last but not least, I'm playing the double Danger Mothman. Card's actually really good in the deck. Sometimes I find myself having Mizukis in hand, and Danger Mothman helps me get rid of Mizuki out of my hand, which is very, very important. So Mothman is just really good. It's also like an Upstart Goblin, which is really awesome if your opponent were to miss. And at the same time, sending your Mizukis and also your zombies to the grave is just really good. So Danger Mothman is just really good for that. And it's also a really cheap Danger in the deck. The search card, triple Mayakashi return. This card searches your Mayakashi monster directly from the deck to your hand. Next off, your draw cards, double Pot of Desires. This card is really insane. You're playing triple copies of every card in your deck. You just want to see FTK as quickly as possible, and Pot of Desires helps you have the chance of actually seeing your FTK more often than not. So Desires is really broken. The one day a piece, if you're going first, 1 day a piece does not matter. You just want to try to see your combo piece as quickly as you can. So drawing that so 1 day a piece is just really broken. You don't care what your opponent draws. You just want to draw into your combo pieces. You know, obviously triple hand destruction for your more of your draw cards. Sends your Mizuki to the graveyard and also your Maikashi to the graveyard as well, which is really good. Mizuki is the most important card to send to the grave. Next off, for your extenders, you know, triple Book of Life. Book of Life you can use on your first turn because you guys all know that you must banish a monster from your opponent's graveyard, but since you're milling your opponent's entire deck, you're going to be more than likely going to see a monster in your opponent's grave to use Book of Life to just revive back your last zombie for the Soul Absorbing Bone Tower FTK. So Book of Life is just really broken. Next off, you're going to play, of course, triple double summon. You want to try to get a Soul Absorbing Bone Tower on the field with Hajun as quickly as possible. So double summon grants you that ability to just FTK your opponent, you know, way faster. Next off, for your powerful one-ups, you know, one called the Mummy. Card's still pretty good. If there's no monsters on the side of the field, you can special summon one zombie monster from your hand. And oh, of course, quick shout out. I got these hand instructions from you know, when I was in California, and I totally forgot your name. You know, you came up with you and your wife, and you just told me how big of a fan you are on the channel, and you gave me your hand instruction. So I'm sorry if I forget your name. You know who you are. Shout outs to you, man. I really appreciate you sending me the hand instructions for the deck profile. So yeah, just quick shout outs. You know, one Soul Charge right here. Obviously, Soul Charge is really broken. 1 for 1. You know, these are just really good extenders. Foolish Burial for the Mizuki, Monster Board, and then last but not least, your zombie deck obviously is 1 card destruction. So for the extra deck, you just want to play 2 of all the Maikashi monsters. So double Oboro. You know, these are level 3. So you play the level 5. Level 7, and these cards look like the Naruto characters, man. It's crazy. Triple Yoko. This card looks like an Anbu Black Ops. It's just really crazy. So this is level 9. This is the level 11. One of the link, okay? So let me explain to you guys what each and every single one of them does. So you link climb to the 3, you know, Daki comes out, you link climb to the 5, 7, 9. What each and every single one of the synchro does is that whenever a level that's higher than them is destroyed, you basically get banished a zombie monster from the graveyard and special summon it. So Boro says when a level 5 synchro zombie monster is destroyed, you basically get to banish a zombie monster, special summon him from the graveyard. And they all have different abilities. Whenever they're special summoned, they get you know, an effect. So basically what this card is, if this card is special from the graveyard, you're gonna have each player send the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the grave. This one's when it's special summoned, you basically make this card cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. When this card is special summoned, this card is unaffected by other card effects this turn. When this card is special summoned, you can destroy 1 spawn trap card your opponent controls, which is really good. When this card is special summoned, you basically get to well, especially from the graveyard, you basically get to destroy a monster on the field. And yeah, and they'll have that cool ability. And then for your additional support engine, if you're going second, you're just trying to FTK OTK them. So Boro Sword, Unicorn, Phoenix, and also Cerberus. For your generic Nightmare package, your Boro Sword. So if you're going second, you're trying to, you know, basically just kill your opponent with Boro Sword, which is really good. So that's pretty much it for the main deck. Let's go off to the FTK real quick. Okay, guys, let's go off to the FTK. All right, guys, so let's start out with the FTK real quick. So the best way to actually showcase you guys the FTK is to obviously do a test hand, because I feel like real life situations and scenarios are the best way to showcase you guys these types of combos. And let me show you guys right now, this FTK isn't the most consistent FTK, but it's probably the most unique FTK out of all the FTKs floating around right now. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and this version right here is obviously the most consistent version that I can actually come up with. You know, with the amount of testing that I've had done, this version is definitely by far the most consistent. So let's see if we get an FTK first turn opening hand. So 1 for 1 is good, Mothman is good, Pot Desires is good, Hajun is good, and also Card Destruction is really, really good. All right. So first and foremost, let's do some stuff. All right. So we get like this hand is good. We just need to see Bone Tower, right? So we just go Pot Desires, okay? So banish 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so draw 2. Draw 1, 2. Okay. Desires after Desire is probably the worst thing in the entire world. So this is the cards that we banished. Okay. So we got to be mindful that we can't use Hajun anymore because we banished the 1 Daki. So what we have to do is we have to get Shafu directly from the deck as quickly as possible. So this is our hand right now, and like dead ass, like what I would do is I would just go hand destruction, like hand destruction, send my whole entire hand to the graveyard. Okay, so hand destruction, we draw 5. 1, no, not hand destruction, card destruction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this is FTK. And then Mothman will activate its effect since you send Mothman to the graveyard. Well, this hand is really good. So Mothman activates effect, draw 1, discard 1. So you're gonna draw, discard Mizuki. And this is the FTK right here, guys. I'll showcase you guys the FTK right now. So first and foremost, activate Call the Mummy. Okay, activate Call the Mummy's effect, especially in Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. Okay, so then you still have not used your normal summon yet. So you're gonna go Mayakashi Return. Cool. Add your Shafu, the wielded Mayakashi, directly from your deck to your hand. By the way, so you use card destruction. They lost 5 cards, you drew 5 cards. They have 30 cards on their deck. So your opponent has 30 cards on top of their deck right now. Okay, so this is what makes it even easier. So you're gonna normal summon Shafu, activate Shafu's effect. Special summon your Daki from the graveyard. Okay, and this is when it gets really, really sick. So now, okay, so you have Daki on the field, and now Soul Absorbing Bone Tower is going to trigger. So now this mills 2 cards. So we're going to put 1 counter on Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. So the 2 cards was already sent from your opponent's deck to the grave. So that's 1 counter. So now we're going to synchro summon using these 2 to level 5. So that's okay. Activates. So Bone Tower is going to activate to mill 2 cards, and Daki is also going to activate to special summon itself from the grave. So okay. So Bone Tower activates effect. Daki comes out. Boom. So you know that's 2 counters. That's 2 counters, and Daki comes out. That's 3 counters. So you're synchro these 2 again. Make the level 7. Cool. Really, really good. Daki comes out. Activates her effect. Bone Tower activates. So each time when these 2 comes out, Bone Tower will just gain 2 counters. So it's at 5 counters right now. Okay, so 5 counters. So 5 times 2 is 10. So 5 times 2 is 10. You guys know that. So they have 20 cards on top of their deck now. 1 counter equals 2. Equals 2 cards milled. Okay, so just for your understanding. So 1 counter is 2. So 5 times 2 is 10. So now you're gonna link climb, single climb these 2 to level 7. Daki comes out. Gains 2 more counters. Okay, gain 2 more counters, so it's at 7 counters. Like these 2 away for the 12. Daki comes out. This triggers. This triggers. It's at 4 counters now. Okay, so like, do you guys understand? So when a single monster, when a Mayakashi monster is special from the extra deck, you basically get a special discard from the graveyard. And now with these 2 right here, you're gonna send these 2 to the graveyard to make the link. So now we have to further continue our combo. Okay, so now since we had Mizuki in their grave, we're gonna banish Mizuki from the graveyard to basically special summon the lowest level Mayakashi monster. Okay, so 100 special summon. This card will get another counter. 12 counters in total. Okay, and now we're gonna synchro these 2 away. This card comes out. Daki will activate its effect, come out, gain 2 more counters. Okay, cool. And then, last but not least, we're gonna go into level 5. Daki comes out, and it'll gain 2 more. Okay, 2 more counters. So for each counter, it represents 2 cards sent to the graveyard. So we got 16 times 2, which is 32. Okay, so we got 32. So since your opponent, discard their entire hand with card destruction, discard 5, draw 5. So that's assuming they have a 40 card deck, they have 30 cards left in their deck. Okay, so now with these, you don't even have to go any further because at this point right here, they already decked out 30 cards from their top of the deck to the graveyard. And now all you gotta do is just pass turn to your opponent. So you pass your opponent, and then they cannot draw. So on their draw phase, they cannot draw, so which reach your win condition by decking your opponent out. So that's pretty much it for this FTK demonstration for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said again, guys, this deck is a very fun deck to play. I would recommend you guys taking this deck to a local. Decking your opponent out is actually really fun, and just using Zombie Engine in general is just very, very awesome. And also at the same time, if you guys can just have fun and explore with this deck. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. And it's your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. All right, guys. Peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a keen with it, like no, this league business.